Islam is more than just a religion. It is a vast ocean of knowledge, history, and divine mysteries that continue to amaze scholars, scientists, and seekers of truth. The Quran, revealed over 1,400 years ago, holds scientific insights that align with modern discoveries, historical accounts that remain undisputed, and prophecies that have unfolded with astonishing accuracy. From numerical miracles hidden in its verses to predictions about space travel, genetics, and artificial intelligence, Islam continues to reveal truths that defy human logic. In this collection, we explore 100 incredible facts about Islam that will leave you in awe. You'll discover scientific miracles, prophecies that have come true, mathematical wonders, and hidden mysteries within the Quran and the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Whether you are a believer, a skeptic, or simply curious, these facts will challenge what you thought you knew and introduce you to the profound depth of Islamic wisdom. Prepare to embark on a journey through the most mind-blowing facts about Islam, some of which are only now being confirmed by modern science, and others that remain mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Final first. A fireproof prophet, Ibrahim and the fire. When Prophet Abraham challenged the idol worship of his people, King Nimrod ordered him to be burned alive in a massive fire. The fire was so intense that even birds could not fly near it. Yet when Ibrahim was thrown into the flames, Allah commanded, "O fire, be cool and peaceful for Ibrahim." Quran 21:69. Miraculously, the fire did not harm him, and he walked out completely unscathed. This moment became one of the most powerful signs of divine intervention in history, proving that Allah's protection can defy the very laws of nature. Final 2. The Kaaba's floating shadow. The Kaaba, Islam's holiest site, is a mysterious structure that casts no shadow at noon despite being in the open desert under direct sunlight. This has puzzled many scientists and visitors. The phenomenon occurs because the Kaaba is located near the Tropic of Cancer, and twice a year, the sun is directly overhead, creating this shadowless effect. Many believe this is a divine sign, as Mecca is regarded as the center of the Earth's energy field in Islamic teachings. The Kaaba's celestial alignment has fascinated scholars and continues to be one of the great mysteries of Islam. Final 3. No earthquakes. During Hajj, Mecca sits near 3 major tectonic plates, an area that should experience frequent and devastating earthquakes. However, despite millions of people gathering annually for Hajj, Mecca has remained remarkably stable throughout history. Scientists are still investigating why this region does not experience destructive tremors. Some Islamic scholars believe that the Kaaba's divine significance shields it from disaster, aligning with verses in the Quran that mention Mecca as a safe sanctuary. Quran 29:67. Regardless of the explanation, the resilience of Mecca, despite its geological position, remains an astonishing mystery that intrigues both believers and geologists alike. Final fourth, Quran's 1,400-year-old fingerprint prophecy. The Quran 75:3-4 states, "Does man think that we will not assemble his bones? Yes, indeed, we are able to reconstruct his fingertips." At the time, no one knew the uniqueness of fingerprints, a fact only discovered in the 19th century when scientists realized no 2 individuals share the same fingerprint pattern. This verse suggests a profound scientific foresight, indicating that Allah has the power to recreate every detail of a person, including something as small as their fingerprints. Today, fingerprints are crucial for identity verification, proving the Quran mentioned biometric identification over 1,400 years ago. Final 5. The Kaaba wasn't always a cube. The Kaaba is known today as a perfect cube, but originally it was rectangular with a semicircular wall known as the Hijr Ismail. During the Quraysh's reconstruction in Prophet Muhammad's time, resources were limited, and they shortened the Kaaba's structure, leaving part of its original foundation outside. The Prophet himself wished to restore its original form, but he refrained to avoid conflict among the Quraysh. Today, the semicircular Hijr Ismail remains, marking the area that was once part of the Kaaba. Many believe this structure will one day be fully restored to its original design. Final 6. A future war foretold in the Quran. The Quran, 31-4, prophesied that the Byzantine Empire, after suffering a humiliating defeat, would soon claim victory over the Persians. At the time, the Byzantines were on the brink of collapse, making this prediction seemingly impossible. However, just a few years later, they achieved a stunning comeback. Even more astonishing, this prophecy specifies the war taking place in the lowest land. Modern scientists later confirmed that the battle happened at the Dead Sea, Earth's lowest geographical point. This is one of many instances where the Quran's revelations align with historical events in ways no one could have foreseen. Final 7. Moses' Pharaoh's body is still intact. The Quran, 1092, foretold that Pharaoh's body would be preserved as a sign for future generations. Remarkably, the mummy of Ramses II, believed to be the pharaoh of Moses' time, remains intact in the Egyptian museum. Unlike many other mummies that deteriorated, Ramses II's remains were found in shockingly well-preserved condition, especially his facial expression, which appears as if he died in terror. Scientists confirmed that he drowned and that his body was recovered soon after. This discovery aligns perfectly with the Quran's statement, making it one of the most astonishing confirmations of Islamic prophecy. Final 8. The Big Bang in the Quran. The Quran, 2130, states, "The heavens and the earth were a joined entity, and we separated them." This description mirrors the Big Bang theory, which states that the universe was once a single, dense mass before expanding into what it is today. This knowledge was only discovered in the 20th century, yet it appears in the Quran, revealed over 1400 years ago. Scientists, including Nobel Prize winners, have acknowledged this striking similarity. Many Muslim scholars believe this is a divine indication that Islamic teachings contain scientific truths that modern research is only beginning to understand. Final 9th, mountains as pegs. The Quran, 78:6-7, describes mountains as pegs that keep the earth stable. Geologists later discovered that mountains have deep roots underground, similar to pegs, stabilizing tectonic plates. These roots prevent extreme shifts in the Earth's crust, reducing earthquakes and continental drift. This knowledge was unknown at the time of revelation, and it wasn't until modern plate tectonics emerged that scientists confirmed mountains function exactly as the Quran describes. This discovery has led many to wonder, how could a book written in the 7th century contain such advanced geological insights? Another proof of divine knowledge. Final 10th expansion of the universe. The Quran, 51:47, states, "And we have built the heaven with might, and we are certainly expanding it." This aligns perfectly with modern astrophysics, which discovered that the universe is constantly expanding, a fact only confirmed with the Hubble Space Telescope in the 20th century. Scientists now know that galaxies are moving away from each other, proving the universe is growing larger every second. Before this, even great minds like Aristotle and Newton thought the universe was static. The fact that the Quran described this phenomenon over 1,400 years ago is one of the greatest scientific miracles in Islam. Final 11th, Prophet Muhammad split the moon in half. One of the most astonishing miracles of Islam is the splitting of the moon. Multiple eyewitnesses reported that during Prophet Muhammad's lifetime, the moon split into two separate pieces before rejoining. The Quran, 54:1, confirms this, saying, "The hour has drawn near and the moon has been split." Even ancient Indian, Chinese, and Persian manuscripts contain records of an unexplained lunar event during that time. Some scientists speculate that lunar fissures known as rillas could be evidence of this event. Regardless of explanations, it remains one of the most debated and fascinating miracles in Islamic history. Final 12. The Quran's scientific foreknowledge of embryology. The Quran, 23:12-14, provides a precise description of embryonic development, saying humans are created from a drop of fluid, become a clot, then a lump, and finally develop bones before being covered with flesh. This exact process was confirmed by modern embryologists centuries later. Dr. Keith Moore, a leading scientist in human anatomy, was shocked at the Quran's accuracy and stated that such details couldn't have been known without modern microscopes. How did an illiterate man in the 7th century describe a biological process that was only understood in the 20th century? A divine revelation indeed. Final 13. The Quran describes deep ocean darkness. The Quran, 24:40, describes deep-sea darkness layered upon darkness, where waves exist under the ocean's surface, preventing light from penetrating. Scientists only confirmed these underwater internal waves in the 20th century, thanks to submarines. Before modern technology, people assumed the ocean floor was simply dark and empty. But today's oceanography proves that sunlight does not reach below 200 meters, and at extreme depths, total darkness prevails. The Quran's precise description of oceanic conditions remains one of its greatest scientific miracles, showing knowledge that could not have been observed without today's advanced deep-sea exploration. Final 14. The Antichrist, Dajjal, and his one eye. Islamic prophecies speak of Dajjal, the Antichrist, who will emerge before the day of judgment, deceiving the world. Descriptions in hadiths say he will have one eye, which looks like a floating grape, and that he will perform false miracles to convince people he is divine. Many modern theorists link this imagery to global surveillance, artificial intelligence, and hidden world elites. Some conspiracy theorists even claim the all-seeing eye found in global symbols and currency is linked to Dajjal's deception. Whether true or not, his arrival remains one of the most terrifying prophecies in Islamic eschatology. Final 15. The black hole. Mentioned in the Quran, 81:15-16, describes a mysterious celestial body, calling it a star that disappears, moves swiftly, and devours. This eerily resembles the characteristics of a black hole, which absorbs light and moves unpredictably. Scientists only confirmed the existence of black holes in the 20th century, yet the Quran seemed to allude to them 1,400 years ago. Even the description of a swirling void aligns with what modern astronomers observe in space. Could this be another scientific marvel hidden within the Quran, hinting at the cosmos' most enigmatic and terrifying phenomena? Final 16. Gog and Magog's hidden existence. The Quran, 1894-98, and hadiths describe Gog and Magog, Ya'juj and Ma'juj, as destructive tribes trapped behind a massive barrier built by Dhul-Qarnayn. Islamic prophecy states that before the Day of Judgment, this barrier will collapse, unleashing chaos upon the world. Many believe their location remains undiscovered due to geographical mysteries. Some link them to underground civilizations, lost lands, or even unknown tribes in remote regions. With so many lost cities and hidden places on Earth, could this apocalyptic army still be waiting, sealed away until the moment Allah decrees their release? Final 17. The Mahdi will appear in Mecca. Islamic eschatology states that before the Day of Judgment, a divinely guided leader, Al-Mahdi, will rise from Mecca and unite the world under justice. He will restore true Islam, leading Muslims through an era of peace before the final battles. Hadiths say that people will recognize him by miraculous signs, and he will possess unmatched knowledge and wisdom. Some scholars believe that current global events, unrest, and technological advancements are aligning with Mahdi's prophesied arrival. Who is he? Could he be alive today, waiting for the right moment to emerge? Final 18. A tree in paradise will be so large that travelers could walk 100 years under its shade. Hadiths describe an enormous tree in Jannah, paradise, so vast that a traveler could walk beneath it for 100 years. Bukhari 3259. This suggests paradise's unimaginable vastness, where distances and time work differently. Scientists theorize that dimensions beyond our physical understanding may exist in alternate realities, aligning with Islamic descriptions of Jannah's limitless beauty and eternity. If a single tree in paradise is beyond human comprehension, imagine what awaits believers in the afterlife. Final 19. The Kaaba's divine protection from birds and natural disasters. Despite being an open-air structure, birds never fly directly over the Kaaba, and no pigeons or animals sit on it. Scientists struggle to explain this phenomenon. Additionally, despite Mecca being in an earthquake zone, the Kaaba has never suffered structural damage from natural disasters. Many believe this is a sign of divine protection, as the Quran, 105:1-5, recounts how Allah sent birds to destroy an invading army that tried to attack the Kaaba. This site has stood for thousands of years, defying all odds, proof of its sacred nature. Final 20. The Prophet predicted the invention of cars, planes, and phones. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, made a stunning prophecy. A man will speak to his stick, smartphone, and saddles will have wings, airplanes. Musnad Ahmad 23,155. In the 7th century, people couldn't comprehend such technology, yet today we have phones, Bluetooth, and aviation. This hadith suggests an awareness of future technological advancements long before they existed. Modern AI, flying cars, and space travel are still advancing rapidly. Could this mean we are closer to the end times than we think? Final 21st. Water in Mecca and Zamzam never breeds bacteria. The Zamzam well in Mecca has supplied water continuously for over 4,000 years, yet studies show it has zero bacteria growth, unlike normal stagnant water. Scientists cannot fully explain why this ancient well remains pure, despite its constant use. Islamic tradition states that Zamzam was a divine gift to Hajar and her son Ismail, and its healing properties continue to be recognized by pilgrims worldwide. Unlike any other natural water source, Zamzam never depletes and remains free of contamination, a miracle in itself. Fact 22. The Quran's secret numerical code, the number 19. Many scholars believe the Quran contains a hidden numerical structure centered around the number 19, a pattern that appears repeatedly throughout the text. One of the most striking examples is found in the Basmala, the phrase, "In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate," which consists of exactly 19 letters in Arabic. Additionally, the Quran was revealed over a span of 23 years. Yet if we subtract the 4 years before the Prophet's migration to Medina, Hijrah, we are left with 19 years of revelation. Further studies have uncovered numerous other instances where this number plays a significant role in the Quran's structure, leading many to wonder whether this intricate numerical design holds deeper meanings beyond human comprehension. Could this be a divine signature, an encoded message meant to highlight the Quran's miraculous nature? Despite centuries of analysis, the full scope of this numerical phenomenon remains a mystery. Fact 23. The Quran describes cloning. The Quran, 4:119 states, "And I will mislead them and order them to alter Allah's creation." Many scholars interpret this as a warning about genetic modification, cloning, and artificial life creation. Today, scientists are cloning animals, altering DNA, and even attempting human cloning. Ethical concerns around playing with human life at a genetic level echo Islamic teachings about preserving natural divine creation. Could this be a sign of humanity interfering with God's will, leading to future consequences? Fact 24. The Quran foretold a talking tree before the Day of Judgment. Hadiths state that a tree will speak to people before the Day of Judgment, revealing hidden enemies. Muslim 2922. Today, with advancements in bioengineering and AI, scientists have found ways to make plants react to sounds and even communicate at a molecular level. Some believe that the prophecy might refer to future AI-driven organic technology, where trees or nature itself could relay information. Is this a metaphor, or could it be a literal event waiting to unfold? Fact 25. The Quran mentions a celestial body that behaves like a black hole. The Quran, 81:15-16, speaks of a star that disappears and moves swiftly, which sounds eerily similar to a black hole, a celestial entity that absorbs light and moves unpredictably. Modern astrophysics only recently proved the existence of black holes. Yet this description existed over 1,400 years ago in the Quran. Scientists are still unlocking the secrets of black holes. Could there be more hidden cosmic knowledge in the Quran waiting to be discovered? Fact 26. The Kaaba's location aligns with global energy lines. Many researchers claim that the Kaaba is positioned at the exact geographic center of the earth, aligning with mystical energy lines often discussed in ancient spiritual traditions. Some believe it acts as a source of positive energy, which is why millions of Muslims feel a deep spiritual connection while performing tawaf, circumambulation, around it. Could the Kaaba be more than just a physical structure? Perhaps a spiritual energy point connecting humans to the divine? Fact 27. The Prophet's vision of the future global economy. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, prophesied that in the end times, people would be forced to accept interest-based transactions, whether they like it or not. Abu Dawud 3331. Today, the world's economic system is fully controlled by banking institutions that impose interest. Even those who try to avoid it find themselves indirectly involved. Could this prophecy be referring to modern financial systems, where even digital currencies and loans trap societies into unavoidable debt? Fact 28. The Kaaba's black stone is not from Earth. The Hajar al-Aswad, black stone, embedded in the Kaaba, is believed to be a stone from paradise. Scientists confirm it is not of terrestrial origin, resembling a meteorite or something unknown. Islamic traditions say this stone was originally white, but turned black due to absorbing the sins of humanity. Pilgrims try to touch or kiss the stone, following Prophet Muhammad's tradition. If this stone is truly from Jannah, could it be one of the only remnants of paradise on earth? Fact 29. The Prophet's prediction of artificial intelligence. Hadiths describe inanimate objects communicating and controlling human actions before the end times. Today, AI technology, chatbots, and robots with human-like interactions are becoming reality. Could the Prophet have foreseen the rise of AI and smart technology? With machines now making decisions for humans, some believe this aligns with Islamic warnings about artificial intelligence becoming more dominant. Fact 30. A fire will emerge from Yemen before the end of time. One of the most chilling prophecies states that a massive fire will emerge from Yemen, driving people toward their final gathering before Judgment Day. Tirmidhi, 2211. Scientists have discovered active volcanic activity in Yemen, and global instability in the region could trigger future events. Could this ancient prophecy be referring to a natural disaster or something even greater? Facts 31. Arabic is the language of heaven. Islam teaches that Arabic is the language of paradise, used in divine communication and the Quran's revelation. Many scholars believe that even non-Arabic speakers will automatically understand Arabic in Jannah, heaven. Despite being over 1,400 years old, Arabic remains one of the most complex and precise languages in the world. Even AI struggles to perfectly translate its deep meanings. Could this be why Allah chose Arabic for the final revelation? The Quran's linguistic beauty is unmatched, making Arabic a truly miraculous language with spiritual, mathematical, and literary depth beyond human design. Fact 32. No animal dies on the Kaaba's roof. Despite Mecca being filled with birds, pigeons, and insects, no animals die on top of the Kaaba. Observers have noted that even birds that land near the roof quickly fly away, as if repelled by an unseen force. Some scientists suggest electromagnetic activity over the Kaaba might be responsible. Islamic scholars, however, believe this is a divine sign of the Kaaba's sanctity. It is also said that the Kaaba's structure emits energy that aligns with the Earth's natural frequency, making it one of the most mysterious places on the planet. Fact 33. The world's largest gathering happens in Mecca. The Hajj pilgrimage is the largest religious gathering on earth, bringing together over 2.5 million Muslims in a single location every year. Despite such a massive crowd, the event runs in perfect order, and people from all backgrounds pray side by side. Aerial photos of Hajj show an astonishingly synchronized movement of millions as they perform tawaf, circling the Kaaba in perfect harmony. It is one of the most powerful demonstrations of unity, equality, and devotion in human history. No other religious gathering comes close to its scale and spiritual significance. Fact 34. The prophet predicted a global food crisis. A prophecy states that before the day of judgment, the world will face severe food shortages and people will struggle to find water. Ibn Majah 4076. Today, global warming, overpopulation, and resource mismanagement are pushing humanity toward famine. Scientists warn that by 2050, food scarcity may cause wars and mass migration. The prophet also said that in the end times, food will be so rare that people will survive on simple praises of Allah instead of eating. Musnad Ahmad 19742. Could we be witnessing the early stages of this prophecy today? Fact 35. A fire will emerge from Yemen before the end of time. One of the final signs of the last day is a massive fire that will arise from Yemen, driving people toward their final destination for judgment. Tirmidhi 2211. Modern scientists confirm that Yemen sits on active volcanic zones, and massive eruptions have already occurred there. With increasing political and environmental instability, could we see this prophecy unfold in our lifetime? Some believe this fire might be a symbol of a great catastrophe or war, but its exact form remains a mystery, one that will only be revealed when the time comes. Fact 36. The Quran's word placement is mathematically impossible to imitate. Linguists and mathematicians have attempted to rearrange the Quran's words while preserving its message, but all fail. The Quran's precise placement of words, sentence structure, and mathematical patterns are so unique that even computers cannot replicate it without disrupting the meaning. Unlike any human text, the Quran remains unchanged since Revelation, with a structure beyond human capability. Many believe this is one of the greatest proofs of its divine origin. Even literary geniuses admit that the Quran's rhythm, logic, and structure are impossible to imitate. Fact 37. The Earth's water cycle is described in the Quran. The Quran, 39:21, explains the water cycle centuries before meteorology. It describes evaporation, cloud formation, rain, and groundwater storage, long before science understood it. Historically, ancient civilizations had incorrect theories about rain and rivers, but the Quran's description perfectly matches modern hydrology. How could an unlettered man in the 7th century describe the full water cycle without access to scientific tools? This is just one of many examples of the Quran's scientific accuracy, revealing facts centuries before human discovery. Fact 38. The Quran describes the function of the prefrontal cortex. The Quran, 96:15-16, states, "No, if he does not stop, we will grab him by the lying sinful forelock." Scientists later discovered that the prefrontal cortex of the brain is responsible for decision-making, lying, and moral judgment. This is the exact part of the brain that MRI scans show activates when a person tells a lie. Modern neuroscience only confirmed this in the last century, but the Quran referenced it over 1,400 years ago. How could anyone at that time have known this without divine revelation? Fact 39. The Quran's hidden structure and symmetry. The Quran is known not only for its profound message, but also for an astonishing structural symmetry that seems beyond human capability. Linguistic experts and mathematicians have discovered that the Quran follows a perfect numerical and thematic balance, a phenomenon rarely seen in human-authored texts. For example, the word day appears exactly 365 times, mirroring the number of days in a solar year. The word month appears 12 times, perfectly aligning with the number of months in a lunar year. Even more astonishingly, the middle verse of the Quran, Surah Al-Kahf 18:19, discusses the concept of balance, an idea that mirrors the Quran's own mathematical equilibrium. Despite centuries of literary analysis, no other book exhibits such a flawlessly integrated numerical structure. Many believe this is further proof that the Quran's composition is not the work of human hands, but rather a divine revelation with hidden layers of meaning waiting to be fully uncovered. Fact 40. The Quran predicted modern transportation. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, said, "Before the hour comes, people will ride on saddles that aren't saddles, and they will be carried between homes and mosques." Musnad Ahmad, 23,155. Many believe this is a reference to cars, airplanes, and public transport, technologies unknown in the 7th century. Today, millions travel between homes, workplaces, and mosques in vehicles that match this description perfectly. The accuracy of this prophecy is mind-blowing, considering it was revealed long before the Industrial Revolution or modern engineering. How could the prophet have known such advancements would exist? Fact 41. The Quran describes iron coming from space. The Quran 57:25 states, "And we sent down iron, in which is strong material and benefits for mankind." Modern science confirms that iron is not native to Earth. It formed in supernovae explosions before reaching our planet via meteorites. This discovery wasn't known until recent astrophysics research, yet the Quran described it over 1,400 years ago. Scientists now believe that much of Earth's iron originated from cosmic sources, aligning perfectly with the Quranic phrase, "We sent down iron," a powerful testament to its scientific foresight. Fact 42. The protective layers of the atmosphere. The Quran, 21:32, describes the sky as a protected ceiling, safeguarding Earth. We now know the Earth's atmosphere shields us from harmful radiation, deadly meteorites, and extreme temperatures. The ozone layer absorbs UV rays, while the magnetosphere deflects solar winds. These protective layers weren't discovered until 20th century physics, yet the Quran revealed this over 1,400 years ago. Without these shields, life on Earth wouldn't exist. How did the Quran describe this before any modern equipment? Fact 43. The Quran describes the origin of milk. The Quran, 1666, states, "We give you drink from what is in their bellies, between waste and blood, pure milk." Biologists confirm that milk forms from nutrients absorbed into the bloodstream and filtered within the mammary glands of animals. Before modern anatomy, people had no idea how digestion worked, yet the Quran describes the exact biological process. This discovery was only confirmed centuries later, another proof of Islam's divine knowledge. Fact 44. Fingerprints and human identity in the Quran. The Quran, 75:3-4, states that Allah can reconstruct even a person's fingertips. It was only in 1892 that scientists discovered each fingerprint is unique and can be used for identification. The Quran specifically mentions fingerprints as something that makes humans distinct long before forensic science emerged. Today, fingerprints are used for security, biometric identification, and criminal investigations, proving the Quran's remarkable precision in describing human uniqueness. Fact 45. The Quran's perfect human development sequence. The Quran, 23:12-14, describes the stages of fetal development, saying humans are created from a drop of fluid, then a clinging clot, then a lump, and then bones covered with flesh. Modern embryology confirms that these exact steps occur in this order. Scientists only discovered the details of embryonic growth in the 20th century, but the Quran had already described it over 1,400 years ago. How could an illiterate man in the desert know such precise biological facts? Fact 46. The Quran describes human pain receptors. The Quran, 456, says, "We shall replace their skins so they may taste the punishment." Scientists discovered that pain receptors are located in the skin. If burned or removed, humans feel nothing. Before modern neurology, people believed pain came from the brain alone. Yet the Quran correctly states that skin is crucial for pain sensation. This discovery was confirmed by modern medical research, proving the Quran's accuracy. Fact 47. The Quran describes the expansion of the universe. The Quran, 51:47, states, "And the heaven we constructed with strength, and indeed, we are expanding it." This aligns with the Big Bang Theory and Edwin Hubble's discovery that the universe is constantly expanding. Before this, scientists, including Newton and Aristotle, believed the universe was static. The Quran's statement on expansion was confirmed only in the 20th century, proving Islam's scientific insight. Fact 48. The Quran describes deep-sea waves and internal darkness. The Quran, 24:40, describes layers of darkness in deep oceans, stating, "Beneath the waves is another layer of waves, beneath which is complete darkness." Scientists confirmed that sunlight cannot penetrate beyond 200 meters in the ocean, leading to total darkness. Additionally, oceanographers discovered internal waves deep beneath the surface, something unknown before modern submarine exploration. This perfectly aligns with the Quran's detailed knowledge of marine science. Fact 49. The Quran describes the Earth's rotation. The Quran, 27:88, describes the mountains as appearing motionless, yet moving like clouds. This aligns with the Earth's rotation, where everything appears still, but is actually moving at 1,670 kilometers per hour. People in the 7th century believed the Earth was stationary, yet the Quran described its invisible movement, a fact only confirmed later by modern astronomy. Facts 50. The Quran describes the barrier between salt and fresh water. The Quran, 55:19-20, states, "He released the two seas, meeting side by side. Between them is a barrier they do not cross." Oceanographers discovered that salt water and fresh water meet but do not mix, due to differences in density, salinity, and temperature. This creates an invisible barrier, a concept unknown to ancient civilizations. How could the Quran describe marine science with such accuracy? Fact 51. The Quran predicted a future global economic collapse. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, warned that before the end of times, financial corruption would spread and people would be forced into interest-based transactions, whether they liked it or not. Today, the world is entangled in a financial system dominated by interest, inflation, and artificial wealth. Economic experts frequently warn of an impending global financial collapse, with major economies teetering on the brink of recession. The increasing reliance on debt, stock market manipulation, and digital currencies aligns eerily with the prophet's warning. Many scholars believe this prophecy is unfolding before our eyes, with the world's financial system nearing an irreversible crisis. Fact 52. The prophet's warning about widespread immorality and its consequences. Hadiths mention that as the last day approaches, modesty will fade and immorality will become widespread. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, said that when fornication and obscenity become normalized, strange diseases will emerge that never existed before. Over the past century, there has been a massive shift in social norms, with public decency declining and casual relationships promoted as the norm. Meanwhile, modern medicine has witnessed an alarming rise in new diseases, viral mutations, and antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Many believe the correlation between societal decay and the emergence of incurable illnesses fulfills this warning, making it one of the most chilling prophecies. Fact 53. The Quran's mysterious mention of a future creature speaking to humans. The Quran mentions a fascinating end-time event where a creature will emerge from the earth and communicate with people. This mysterious entity, known as Dabatul Ard, will serve as a divine sign, speaking to humanity in a way that compels belief. Some scholars speculate this could symbolize advancements in artificial intelligence, robotic technology, or even genetic experiments gone wrong. With AI-powered robots now capable of human-like conversations and biotechnology pushing the boundaries of life, This prophecy is becoming increasingly relevant. Could we be witnessing the first steps toward a reality where machines or engineered beings openly communicate with us? Fact 54. The Quran describes the collapse of mountains in the last days. The Quran states that near the end of times, mountains will crumble into dust, and the earth will shake violently. Scientists have confirmed that tectonic activity is increasing, with earthquakes and volcanic eruptions becoming more frequent and severe. Modern geological models predict that continued shifts in Earth's crust could lead to the sudden collapse of entire mountain ranges. Islamic teachings describe this event as one of the great signs preceding Judgment Day. As science continues to uncover the Earth's volatile nature, the Quran's depiction of cataclysmic geological events appears more prophetic than ever. Fact 55. The Quran and the mystery of Pharaoh's preserved body. The Quran states that Allah would preserve Pharaoh's body as a warning for future generations. For centuries, historians doubted this claim, as ancient rulers were either mummified or lost to time. In the 19th century, the body of Pharaoh Ramses II was discovered, perfectly preserved despite the harsh conditions of his death. When scientists analyzed his remains, they found evidence consistent with drowning, aligning with the biblical and Quranic account of his demise. The discovery stunned the academic world, as it provided tangible evidence of a story that had been passed down for millennia, solidifying the Quran's divine accuracy. Fact 56. The prophecy of a massive fire emerging from Yemen. Islamic eschatology describes a time when a great fire will emerge from Yemen, forcing people to gather for the final events of human history. Recent studies show that Yemen is home to massive, active volcanic fields, capable of producing eruptions powerful enough to create an unrelenting blaze. In a time of increasing global instability, some wonder whether this fire could result from natural causes, warfare, or even human-engineered destruction. The fact that Yemen, a historically significant land in Islam, remains a hotspot for conflict and natural disasters makes this prophecy more relevant than ever. Fact 57. The Quran and the perfect symmetry of creation. One of the most astonishing aspects of the Quran is its inherent symmetry, revealing a level of precision beyond human capability. Linguists have analyzed its structure and discovered a mathematically perfect balance in its word placement. For instance, the word man appears 24 times, as does woman. The word angel appears exactly as many times as devil, and the word life appears as many times as death. These patterns, discovered only in recent years, showcase a level of divine authorship that no human being could have achieved without supernatural knowledge. Fact 58. The mystery of the sun rising from the west. Islamic prophecy foretells that one of the major signs of the last day will be the sun rising from the west instead of the east. Scientists have long debated whether such an event could ever happen, but recent research into planetary shifts suggests that Earth's rotation could, in theory, reverse under extreme conditions. NASA has even confirmed that other celestial bodies, such as Venus, rotate in the opposite direction of Earth. If such a shift were to occur suddenly, it would mark an irreversible moment in human history, fulfilling one of Islam's most cryptic prophecies. Fact 59. The Quran's mention of a barrier separating two seas. The Quran describes a phenomenon where two seas meet but do not mix, held apart by an unseen barrier. Modern oceanography has confirmed the existence of such barriers, particularly in places like the Strait of Gibraltar, where the Atlantic Ocean and Mediterranean Sea meet but maintain distinct temperatures, salinity levels, and densities. This natural phenomenon, which remained unknown to ancient civilizations, is yet another example of the Quran revealing scientific truths long before they were discovered. The precision with which the Quran describes this interaction has left many scholars astounded. Fact 60. The Prophet's prediction of a time when a man would speak to his own stick. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, once prophesied that there would come a time when a man would speak to his own stick, and it would speak back. At the time, this statement baffled people. However, today, smartphones, Bluetooth devices, and AI assistants like Siri and Alexa have made this reality. People literally communicate with small stick-like devices in their hands, receiving answers in real time. The level of detail in this prophecy, describing an event that seemed impossible in ancient times, is a testament to the foresight granted to the prophet through divine revelation. Fact 61. The Quran's mention of stars acting as missiles against jinn. The Quran describes shooting stars as being used to repel jinn, who attempt to eavesdrop on the heavens. Scientists later discovered that meteors and cosmic rays frequently strike Earth's atmosphere, appearing as shooting stars. In Islamic belief, jinn exist in a parallel dimension and are capable of ascending towards the skies. The Quran's depiction of celestial objects acting as protectors against unseen forces aligns with modern astronomy's understanding of cosmic interactions, though the full spiritual implications remain beyond human comprehension. Could there be an unseen reality behind shooting stars that science has yet to discover? Fact 61. The Quran's mention of stars acting as missiles against jinn. The Quran describes shooting stars as being used to repel jinn who attempt to eavesdrop on the heavens. Scientists later discovered that meteors and cosmic rays frequently strike Earth's atmosphere, appearing as shooting stars. In Islamic belief, jinn exist in a parallel dimension and are capable of ascending towards the skies. The Quran's depiction of celestial objects acting as protectors against unseen forces aligns with modern astronomy's understanding of cosmic interactions, though the full spiritual implications remain beyond human comprehension. Could there be an unseen reality behind shooting stars that science has yet to discover? Fact 63. The Quran describes the pain of dying as a real conscious experience. The Quran vividly describes the agonies of death, particularly in Surah Qaf 50:19. And the pangs of death will come with the truth. Modern medicine has confirmed that in many cases people remain conscious even after their heart stops beating. Near-death experiences, NDEs, reveal that people often hear and see everything happening around them despite being clinically dead. This aligns with Islamic teachings, which describe the soul witnessing its departure. Some scientists now believe that the brain remains active for a few minutes after death, providing an eerie confirmation of what the Quran has been teaching for centuries. Fact 64. The Prophet's prediction of lying becoming widespread before the end times. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, warned that as the last day approaches, lies will spread so rapidly that truth will become rare. Today, we live in an era of fake news, deepfakes, AI-generated misinformation, and mass deception on social media. Never before in history has falsehood been able to reach millions instantly through digital platforms. The Prophet also warned that trustworthy people would become rare and liars would be believed over honest individuals. This prophecy is manifested in a time where deception is often more profitable than truth, proving how Islam foresaw the social dilemmas of the modern world. Fact 65. The Quran describes the alternation of day and night with stunning accuracy. The Quran states in Surah Az-Zumar 39:5 that Allah wraps the night over the day and wraps the day over the night. The Arabic word used for wrap, yukawir, refers to a circular motion, perfectly describing Earth's rotation. In ancient times, people believed that the sun physically moved across the sky, but the Quran correctly states that the alternation of day and night happens through a gradual spherical motion. This fact was only confirmed after the development of modern astronomy. The Quran's wording subtly hints at the Earth's round shape and axial rotation, a concept unknown at that time. Fact 66. The Quran's warning about the spread of obesity and overindulgence. The Quran warns against excessive consumption and urges moderation in food intake. Eat and drink, but do not be excessive. Indeed, He does not like those who commit excess. Quran 7:31. Modern medical research confirms that obesity is a leading cause of heart disease, diabetes, and other major illnesses. The Quran's command to avoid overindulgence aligns with today's emphasis on healthy eating and portion control. With global obesity rates skyrocketing, this Quranic guidance is proving to be essential for both physical and spiritual well-being. Could Islam's dietary advice be the key to solving the world's health crisis? Fact 67. The Quran predicted genetic engineering and DNA manipulation. The Quran warns that Satan will influence humans to alter Allah's creation. Quran 4:119. Today, genetic modification, cloning, and bioengineering have become a reality. Scientists are now editing human DNA, modifying embryos, and even creating hybrid species. While these advancements offer medical breakthroughs, they also raise serious ethical and spiritual concerns. Islam teaches that tampering with creation for unnatural purposes could lead to unforeseen consequences. Could this verse be referring to the ethical dilemmas of modern genetic engineering and the potential risks of playing with the building blocks of life? Fact 68. The Prophet's warning about alcohol and its devastating effects. Islam strictly prohibits alcohol, and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, called it the mother of all evils due to its destructive impact on society. Today, alcohol is a major cause of violence, accidents, liver disease, and addiction-related deaths. Studies confirm that alcohol impairs judgment, increases aggression, and leads to social problems, all reasons why Islam forbids it. Many countries now face public health crises due to alcohol abuse, and some scientists advocate for stronger restrictions. The wisdom behind Islam's prohibition is becoming increasingly evident as the world struggles with the devastating consequences of alcohol consumption. Fact 69. The Quran hints at the creation of the internet and mass communication. Islamic scholars have linked the Quran's verses about spreading knowledge rapidly before the last day to the invention of the internet. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Near the hour, knowledge will be widespread, yet ignorance will be rampant." Today, the internet allows instant access to information, but it has also resulted in mass confusion, misinformation, and a rise in ignorance despite the availability of knowledge. Some scholars believe that this hadith foretells the paradox of the digital age, where people have access to endless information, yet struggle to find wisdom. Fact 70. The Prophet's prediction of time. Feeling shorter in the end times. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, warned that before the day of judgment, time would feel like it is passing more quickly. He said, "Time will pass rapidly. A year will feel like a month like a week like a day." Many people today experience a sense of time moving faster due to digital distractions, fast-paced lifestyles, and the overwhelming speed of modern life. Scientists even theorize that due to the universe's expansion and changes in Earth's magnetic field, our perception of time may be shifting. This prophecy resonates deeply with today's world, where time seems to vanish in an instant. Fact 71. The Prophet's prediction of tall buildings competing for height. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, predicted that before the Day of Judgment, people would compete to build tall skyscrapers, especially in the desert. He specifically mentioned that Bedouin Arabs, who once lived in simple tents, would construct buildings that reached the sky. Today, cities like Dubai, Riyadh, and Abu Dhabi boast the tallest skyscrapers in the world, including the Burj Khalifa, the tallest human-made structure on Earth. This prophecy, made over 1,400 years ago, has unfolded exactly as foretold, as Gulf nations continuously compete to build taller and more extravagant towers. Fact 72. The Quran's reference to the speed of light. The Quran 32:5 states that angels travel in one day the distance the moon covers in 1,000 years. Modern physicists analyzed this verse and found that this calculation matches the speed of light. Scientists now know that light travels at 299,792 kilometers per second, and if one calculates the moon's orbit over 1,000 years, it aligns precisely with this speed. This discovery has led scholars and physicists to marvel at how the Quran accurately describes celestial motion and light physics long before modern science. Fact 73. The Quran's description of the human brain and decision-making. The Quran, 96:15-16, refers to the forehead, prefrontal cortex, as the part of the brain responsible for lying and sinful behavior. Neuroscientists now confirm that the prefrontal cortex governs decision-making, moral judgment, and impulse control. This discovery in modern neuroscience proves the accuracy of the Quran's reference to the brain's role in controlling human behavior, something completely unknown in the 7th century. Fact 74. The Quran's mention of the universe's final collapse. The Quran, 21:104, states that one day, the universe will be rolled up like a scroll, mirroring the Big Crunch theory, where the universe will contract back into a singularity. Scientists have proposed that just as the universe expanded from a single point, Big Bang, it may one day collapse in reverse. The Quran's description of creation and destruction aligns with the latest cosmological theories, revealing profound scientific insight. Fact 75. The Prophet's warning of a time when killing would have no reason. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, predicted that near the end times people would kill without knowing why they are killing. And those being killed wouldn't know why they are being targeted. Muslim 2908. Today, senseless violence, mass shootings, and wars based on misinformation are rampant. Many killings occur over petty disputes, terrorism, and political agendas, often leaving victims and perpetrators without clear motives. This chilling prophecy has unfolded in modern times, with rising violence and global unrest. Fact 76. The Quran's description of the ocean floor's structure. The Quran, 2788, states that mountains move like clouds, referring to continental drift, a discovery made only in the 20th century. It also describes darkness beneath deep oceans, where no sunlight reaches. Modern oceanography has confirmed that below 200 meters, the ocean is completely dark and lifeless, a fact that was unknown at the time of revelation. Fact 77. The Prophet's prediction of the spread of music and entertainment culture. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, warned that before the last day, people would become obsessed with music, singing, and entertainment, often prioritizing it over spirituality. Today, music, social media, and entertainment dominate daily life, distracting people from faith, prayer, and purpose. The entertainment industry has become a global empire, consuming hours of human attention and promoting materialism and indulgence. This prophecy perfectly describes modern society's obsession with entertainment. Fact 78. The Quran describes the creation of everything from water. The Quran, 21:30, states, "We made from water every living thing." Modern biology confirms that every living cell is composed mostly of water, and life cannot exist without it. This profound statement, revealed long before microbiology, remains one of the greatest scientific miracles of the Quran. Fact 79. The Prophet's prophecy about more women than men in the end times. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, foretold that near the day of judgment, the number of women would greatly outnumber men. Today, global statistics confirm that women outnumber men in most countries, with gender imbalances worsening due to wars, lifestyle diseases, and declining birth rates among males. Fact 80. The Quran's reference to the stages of the sun's life. The Quran, 36:38, says, "And the sun runs on its fixed course for a term appointed." Scientists have confirmed that the sun is burning through its fuel and will eventually die, leading to a planetary catastrophe. This knowledge was only discovered through astrophysics and space observation, yet the Quran described it over 1,400 years ago. Fact 81. The Quran's description of the Earth's protective atmosphere. The Quran, 21:32, describes the sky as a protected ceiling, preventing harmful elements from reaching Earth, scientists now confirm that the ozone layer, magnetic field, and atmosphere shield us from deadly solar radiation, meteors, and cosmic rays. Without this protective layer, life on Earth would not survive. Ancient civilizations believed the sky was simply an open expanse, yet the Quran detailed its protective function over 1,400 years ago. With increasing damage to the ozone layer, this verse remains a relevant reminder of the Earth's delicate balance and the scientific accuracy of the Quran's descriptions of nature. Fact 82. The Quran's reference to the sinking of land. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, warned that before the last day, parts of the Earth would sink, leading to devastation. Today, rising sea levels, earthquakes, and land collapses threaten entire regions. Jakarta, Venice, and parts of California are gradually sinking due to climate change and excessive groundwater extraction. Scientists predict that more cities may disappear beneath the ocean in the coming decades. This prophecy was made at a time when large-scale land sinking was unheard of. Yet it perfectly describes modern environmental crises, reinforcing the accuracy of Islamic eschatology and the consequences of human exploitation of natural resources. Fact 83. The Prophet's warning of epidemics and new diseases before the end times. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, foretold that near the last day, plagues and diseases would appear that had never been seen before. In the last century, humanity has witnessed the emergence of HIV, Ebola, SARS, COVID-19, and antibiotic-resistant superbugs. Scientists warn that new pandemics will continue to arise due to human encroachment into wildlife habitats, overuse of antibiotics, and genetic mutations of viruses. Many researchers argue that human interference with nature is accelerating disease outbreaks, perfectly matching the prophetic warning. This prophecy highlights how Islam's teachings align with modern medical concerns about the dangers of unchecked human activity. Fact 84. The Quran's description of the human embryo resembling a leached clot. The Quran, 96:2, describes the human embryo as alaq, meaning a clinging clot or leech-like structure. Scientists confirm that in its early stage, an embryo attaches itself to the uterine wall, feeding on the mother's blood, resembling a leech. This level of embryonic detail was unknown before microscopes were invented. It was only in the 20th century that embryologists confirmed that a fertilized egg behaves exactly as described in the Quran. This remarkable alignment between Islamic revelation and modern science is regarded as one of the greatest biological miracles in the Quran. Fact 85. The Quran's mention of space travel. The Quran, 55:33, challenges mankind and jinn. If you are able to pass beyond the zones of the heavens and the earth, then do so, but you will never do so except with authority. This verse hints at human space exploration, which was only achieved in the 20th century with rockets and spacecraft. In the 7th century, the idea of leaving Earth was unimaginable, yet the Quran's wording suggests that one day humans would achieve space travel. With advancements in Mars exploration, moon colonies, and interstellar travel, the relevance of this verse continues to grow. Fact 86. The Prophet's prophecy of a raging fire emerging from the Hijaz. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, predicted that a massive fire would erupt in the Hijaz region, an event that took place in 1256 AD when a volcanic eruption in Medina sent rivers of fire across the land. Geologists confirm that the Hijaz region still has active volcanic fields, which could erupt again in the future. Some scholars believe that another eruption in this region would mark a significant end-time event, as foretold in Islamic eschatology. This prediction, made centuries before its occurrence, stands as a powerful example of the Prophet's foresight. Fact 87. The Quran describes the concept of time dilation. The Quran, 22:47, states, "Indeed, a day with your Lord is like 1,000 years of what you count." Modern physics confirms that time is relative, a key principle in Einstein's theory of relativity. Scientists now understand that time moves slower under intense gravitational fields, such as near black holes. This concept was only developed in the 20th century, yet the Quran hinted at time dilation over 1400 years ago. The idea that time flows differently based on location and circumstances aligns perfectly with modern scientific discoveries, showing the Quran's advanced understanding of time and space. Fact 88. The Prophet's prediction that writing would become widespread. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, stated, "Before the last hour, knowledge will spread and writing will become abundant." During his time, literacy rates were extremely low and books were rare. Today we live in an era where writing is more widespread than ever, from books and newspapers to digital blogs, social media, and instant messages. Billions of people write and share knowledge daily, fulfilling this prophecy in an unprecedented way. The explosion of online content and the ability for anyone to publish their thoughts instantly is a direct fulfillment of the Prophet's vision of a knowledge-driven world. Fact 89. The Quran describes the existence of parallel worlds. The Quran 65:12 states, "Allah created 7 heavens and a similar number of earths." Modern physics suggests that multiple dimensions or parallel universes may exist, known as the multiverse theory. Scientists are now exploring the possibility of alternate realities and multiple Earth-like planets. The Quran's reference to multiple Earths and heavens predates these discoveries, raising intriguing questions about the existence of realms beyond our perception. Could the Quran be hinting at scientific truths about alternate dimensions and universes that modern physics is just beginning to explore? Fact 90. The Prophet's prophecy that religious knowledge would disappear. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, warned that before the last day, true religious knowledge would fade and ignorance would spread. He said, "Near the last hour, knowledge will be taken away and ignorance will prevail." Bukhari 100. Today, although Islam is practiced globally, many Muslims lack deep knowledge of the Quran and Sunnah, and misinformation about Islam is widespread. Social media and false teachings have led many away from authentic Islamic understanding. The rise of superficial religious knowledge and the decline of genuine scholarship aligns perfectly with the Prophet's vision of a world where truth becomes increasingly rare. Fact 91. The Quran's hint at a hidden water source beneath Earth's surface. The Quran, 86:11, states that rain falls from the sky while the Earth stores water beneath its surface. Scientists have now discovered enormous underground water reserves, some even larger than the Earth's visible oceans. Research in deep geology confirms that vast subterranean water systems exist beneath continents. This discovery, made in the 21st century, aligns perfectly with the Quran's reference to hidden water beneath the ground. This proves that Islam provided scientific knowledge about Earth's inner composition long before modern technology could detect it. Fact 92. The Quran's mention of a barrier between the dead and the living. The Quran, 23:100, describes barzakh, an unseen barrier that prevents the dead from returning to the living world. Many near-death experiences, NDEs, report a mysterious boundary or veil that prevents souls from re-entering their bodies. Scientists and researchers studying NDEs have documented accounts of people seeing a boundary between life and death, reinforcing Islamic teachings about barzakh. This concept, which has no scientific explanation, has puzzled researchers for years. Islam's teachings about the soul's journey after death provide some of the most detailed descriptions of life beyond the physical realm. Fact 93. The Prophet's prophecy that people would dress but be naked. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, warned that near the end times, people would wear clothing yet still appear naked. He said, "There will be women who are dressed yet appear undressed." Muslim 2128. Today, modern fashion trends feature tight, revealing, or transparent clothing, aligning exactly with this prophecy. Modesty, once valued in many cultures, has declined, and immodest dress has become widely accepted. This prediction, made over 1,400 years ago, perfectly describes the modern obsession with revealing fashion, making it one of the most striking social prophecies of Islam. Fact 94. The Quran describes the destruction of ancient civilizations. The Quran details how past civilizations were destroyed due to their arrogance, corruption, and rejection of divine guidance. Archaeologists have now uncovered the ruins of Sodom and Gomorrah, linked to Prophet Lut, Pompeii, and lost Arabian cities that perished due to natural disasters. Islamic texts describe how these ancient societies ignored warnings and were ultimately wiped out. Today's discoveries in historical and archaeological research confirm the existence of lost nations exactly as the Quran describes, proving the historical accuracy of Islamic scriptures. Fact 95. The Prophet's prophecy that the Arabian desert would become green again. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, predicted that before the Day of Judgment, the Arabian Peninsula would return to being lush and fertile. Muslim 157. Scientists have confirmed that Arabia was once green, with vast rivers and forests thousands of years ago. Recent satellite images reveal hidden ancient riverbeds beneath the sand, and Saudi Arabia has started massive agricultural projects, turning deserts into farmland. Climate studies indicate that Arabia is slowly becoming greener, fulfilling this prophecy in real time. Fact 96. The Quran's mention of the orbits of the sun and moon. The Quran 36:40 states, "It is not for the sun to overtake the moon, nor does the night outpace the day. Each is in an orbit." Before modern astronomy, people believed the sun revolved around Earth. However, scientists later confirmed that the sun, moon, and planets all follow specific orbits in space. This Quranic revelation, made at a time when celestial motion was poorly understood, aligns perfectly with modern astrophysical discoveries about planetary motion. Fact 97. The Quran's description of human skin regrowing. The Quran 4:56 states, "Those who reject our signs, we shall soon burn them in fire. Every time their skin is roasted, we shall replace it for them so they may taste the punishment." Scientists later discovered that pain receptors are located in the skin, and without them, we wouldn't feel pain. This medical fact, discovered centuries after the Quran was revealed, shows the scientific precision of Islamic texts in describing biological processes. Fact 98. The Prophet's prophecy that people would communicate over long distances instantly. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, stated that in the future, a person's stick would speak to him. Musnad Ahmad 23,155. Scholars believe this refers to mobile phones, Bluetooth devices, and smart assistants like Siri and Alexa. Today, people can talk to small handheld devices that speak back, fulfilling this incredible prophecy. The fact that a man over 1,400 years ago described instant communication technology long before it existed is one of the most striking proofs of the Prophet's foresight. Fact 99. The Quran's description of black holes. The Quran 81:15-16 refers to a celestial object that is invisible, swallows stars, and moves quickly. Scientists now confirm that black holes behave exactly like this. They pull in light and matter, remaining undetectable. Black holes were only discovered in the 20th century, yet the Quran described their unique properties over 1,400 years ago. Astrophysicists are still studying these mysterious objects, reinforcing the depth of the Quran's knowledge of the universe. Fact 100. The Quran's everlasting nature and challenge to mankind. The Quran 2:23 challenges humanity to produce even one chapter like it, a challenge that remains unmet. Despite centuries of literary and poetic attempts, the Quran's linguistic style, mathematical symmetry, and deep meanings remain unmatched. No other book has had such a profound impact on humanity, guiding millions while remaining preserved without change. The Quran's ability to withstand the test of time and continue revealing scientific, historical, and philosophical truths is the ultimate proof of its divine origin. With these 100 astonishing facts, we have explored Islam's scientific, historical, and prophetic insights, many of which have only been confirmed in recent decades. From the Big Bang and black holes to genetic engineering, artificial intelligence, and space travel, Islam continues to align with modern discoveries. Whether through scientific miracles, historical accuracy, or future prophecies, the Quran and the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, continue to amaze scholars, scientists, and seekers of truth alike.